Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So recently a subscriber of mine had asked me to do a video talking about great brushes that you can start with, and this subject is going to be a little bit, open for debate. Obviously everyone has different preferences, and also I didn't know if the person meant a starter brush kit for just the everyday makeup wearer, or if they meant like starter brushes for makeup artists that are aspiring to be makeup artists. So I'm going to start a little bit slow, and I'm going to start off with just starter brushes that anyone can take from this. So this is going to be something that makeup artists and hobbyists and enthusiasts and just the everyday woman can benefit from. So I'm going to be talking about a vast array of different companies. None of these are my favorite in particular, but I wanted to show you guys that designer makeup brands and lower end makeup brands can be used professionally and every day. So I'm going to be talking about a bunch of different more or less you're taking away the type of brush, not necessarily the brand. In no particular order, my favorite brush for foundation, and it has been for several years, ever since I first started doing makeup, has been the MAC 187 brush. And basically it's like a dual fiber. I love how soft it is on the top. I love that you get like this beautiful seamless blend. If you're gonna start off with foundation, you're gonna need a foundation brush. Now some people actually prefer not to use this type of brush, and they prefer a more powder brush similar to the 190. I don't really care for the 190 for foundation, but that is just me. So as you start to do makeup more and more, you'll get a feel for what your preference is and what it is that you favor. Personally, for me, I like the blended look. I just don't get that with a flat paddle brush. So for me, 187 all the way. I love this brush. Next, you're definitely going to need something for the brows. And when I tell you, I have not replaced this brush in years, and I have no intent to do it until it falls off. The comb is completely gone. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush that I got from Target, and I'm just not ready to give this one up. But definitely gonna need a brow brush, and this couldn't have cost me more than $5, I'm convinced. Next, I'm going to be talking about a series of e.l.f. brushes that I really like. They've got their professional label. They all come with the black handles, and then they've got their regular label with the white handles. Don't really care for these. I really like the black label. They are so soft. So the next thing that I would recommend is the e.l.f. blush brush, and this actually, it's so fluffy that it can be used for blush. It can also be used for all over face powder. It is so freaking soft. I've had this brush for like 7-8 months. I use it in my kit. I have 2 or 3 of them. This bad boy cost me $1. And the great thing about e.l.f. is they have like semi-annual sales, so they'll dramatically reduce the prices of the brush. So I picked up like several of these. I even gave some of them away last year when I had that makeup soiree. Thank you guys, those of you that came. These are so fabulous. I love these. I will continue to buy these and recommend these. This particular brush does not have a name. I just know that it is their blush / powder brush, but I truly love this brush. It doesn't shed. It's just perfect. It's amazing. Next, you're going to need a concealer brush. I have another e.l.f. brush, or you can also use the MAC 190 that I showed you guys earlier, and this is their flat. It's got like a angled kind of tapered edge. I don't really care for the tapered edge. I just like the fact that the brush was $1. Now the only drawback is, yeah, you do get what you pay for, but you asked for a starter video, here it is. Most of us starting off cannot afford MAC, Japanese. We can't afford that. So I'm giving you guys, what I feel is you're getting what you pay for, but hey, when you start off, you don't always start off with the best of the best. So we're gonna work our way up. Anyways, there's that. And another e.l.f. brush. This one is it's another powder brush, or blush brush I should say, but it's a little bit smaller. This is great that you're gonna get that, this is gonna be great for when you need that brow bone highlight application. It's gonna get all that concentrated product right into the areas that you need, versus a fluffier brush like this one. It's going to kind of loosely give you a all over sheer wash of color. The difference is sheer. This one's going to be a little bit more heavily concentrated, so it just depends on what you're using it for. Next, I absolutely would die without blending brushes. This one is the Sigma E35, most comparable to the MAC 222. It is straight up and down, tapered right on the edges. It is a great, great, great blending brush for people with big old eyes like me. I wouldn't so much say for people with smaller eyes. I would be more geared towards using something like the 226 by MAC. So this one is a really, really great blending brush. And also another brush that's a little bit more just like this one, but it's a little bit more fluffier. You may not really see it on camera, but this is the MAC 224. So this one is going to give you a little bit more color payoff when you want like bolder concentration of color on the eyes, and when you want kind of just like a soft wash of color, you're going to use the MAC 224. It's a little bit more fluffed out. Always remember, the more tightly packed a brush is, the more color payoff you're going to get. The looser the bristles are, the more of a sheer kind of airbrushed finish you're going to get. So, you know, you kind of want to have both, just to say that you have them, just to say that you know, just to be able to play with both, and that way you have options. You're also going to need an eyeshadow brush. A blending brush is going to pretty much cover anything that you apply in the crease area. An eyeshadow brush is going to be something that is kind of densely thick. It's going to really concentrate the colors on the lid, on the brow bone. This is the Sigma E55. I don't really talk much about it, but you do see me use it in videos. And this is one of the few brushes by Sigma that I really do like. It does shed a little bit, but you know, their brushes are so inexpensive that it's kind of like a, you have to be willing to give a little bit. You have to be willing to weigh, you know, if something's going to be a little bit less expensive, obviously there's going to be some drawbacks. But this one, it just sheds a little bit, not too bad. It's not like it's all in your eyes, only when I'm cleaning it, nothing too major. But yeah, as I said before, this is going to be a great brush. It's going to give you those nice bright colors right on the lid. And those of you guys that are interested in shadow looks at least. Next, you've got to have an eyeliner brush. And the great thing about liner brushes is they can also be used as brow brushes for those of you guys that use powder products for your brows. Personally, I do not, but again, everyone's preference is different. This one I got from Sephora. Don't know the price of it because it was actually a gift given to me. And that one is a little bit soft. If you're using it for the brows, you're going to want something that's a little bit stiff, a little bit firm, that's going to really get the color on, and it's going to stay put as you're applying it, not something that's going to be flimsy and bending over and giving you issues and going all over the place. You want something that's a little firm. There's also the option of using liner brushes like these. This is the MAC 210, and it's just a straight up and down tapered tip liner brush. Again, the more and more you begin to explore with makeup, the more you're going to find your own preference. So I like to recommend, you know, one or the other, and at least getting both, and that way you have something to start with instead of just, you know, you can never be so sure that you're gonna like one particular brush, and every brush has a different purpose. Lastly, I'm going to recommend my personal favorite probably brush of all time, even though that's physically impossible. This is the MAC 249 brush, and I get so much use out of this brush, it's ridiculous. I use it for concealer, I use it for under brows, I use it under eye, I use it for all over spots whenever I need to apply concealer, if I have like a blemish or something like that. I'm truly the type of gal, like, I need a product that's gonna go the extra mile for me instead of just having one use and then I put it back on the shelf. No, you better be a concealer brush, you better be an eyeshadow brush, you better be a lip brush, you better be all of the above. You better just bring it. And the 249 by MAC brings it, and brings it well. So that pretty much, lastly, even though these are not brushes, I'm talking about, since we're just talking about tools in general, I don't want you guys to forget about things like latex sponges. Latex sponges don't underestimate how great they can be for foundation. Latex sponges, I mean, these will cost you like $2, $2.50, $3, if that. Beauty blenders are also great and all the rage right now. Everyone's using them, and they're using them for a reason. If you don't have access to the beauty blender, at least get something comparable to it. But they're great, and they're even better when you use them damp. And also, my favorite, and I bet you didn't think anyone still used these, but powder puffs. I have this in a brand new wrapper because I actually use them for clients. And once I'm done with that one client, I throw it away. For myself, I get about 1 to 2 weeks use out of it, but I love these things when I really want like that matted down Hollywood glamorous look, which personally I love doing it like all the time. But anyways, if you want that similar look, get you some powder puffs and stop sleeping on these things. So anyways, guys, that is pretty much my starter brush guide. I'd love to know what you guys think, what your personal favorites are, and suggestions. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah. See you guys later. Bye.